So today I'm sharing with you my top 25 favorite Azure Standard items. Hey, I'm Monique, a pediatrician turned homeschool mom and keeper of my home. Here, I love to share family, health, home, and sustainability tips that will help to provide us with the skills and know-how that we all need to uplift and equip ourselves. In knowing more and being better equipped, we will all be more sustainable. I'm going to actually take you in a theoretical shopping cart that I would check out with so that you can see the different items. Here we go. The first item is the Azure Market sunflower seeds. Before I continue, I do want to also mention that I try to simplify my shopping as much as possible. So I'm going to buy things that can be used in multiple ways and those things that have the highest nutritional impact. So organic sunflower seeds, of course, provide you with high protein. It is healthy for the gut as it can help with bowel regulation and multiple other things within the GI system. It increases the fiber content in your diet and it can be used in many ways. You can drop it in some granola, you can put it over oatmeal, you can bake it in muffins, so many different things. We enjoy it in multiple ways. Also over yogurt with a little honey is very delicious too. This one, along with many of the items in Azure, can be found in multiple sizes. We go ahead with the 5 pound and that suffices until the next pickup for us. Next in line is the Safe Catch sardines. We go ahead and get them in water, and this brand is pretty good because they test it to make sure that there is no high level of mercury present. Of course, sardines are very healthy and nutritious for you as they contain high levels of omega-3 fatty acids, and they are a wonderful meal supplement or main dish. You can put it over rice, you can have it as a salad, many different ways that you can use sardines. And because these are in cans, you can actually use it to stock up in your pantry so that you always have something on hand, as they do last for quite some time. Next up is the Rumford baking powder that has no aluminum in it. This one also comes in multiple sizes. So far, I've just gotten the 3 8.1 ounce package, but eventually we may go ahead and get the 4 pound. But if you're not baking heavily, then the 3 8.1 ounce size would be all right, but it all depends on your family size. But this is a great option to have, especially when you want to bake, and it is so nice not to have to worry about the aluminum that is in most of the commercial baking powders. Next up is the Azure Market Organics Garlic Granules. This adds such a high level of flavor to your dishes. Of course, if you have fresh garlic, that would be best, but I find that these are just so potent and add so much flavor to a meal. Of course, garlic is potent as an anti-inflammatory. It is also an antimicrobial agent, so it is very good to use in meals and even in medicinal ways as well. Next up is the Azure Market Pumpkin Pie Spice. In general, spices from Azure Market are really good options. They give you quite a large size for the amount that you spend, and they are so potent. Really, they stretch for long periods of time because you don't need to use a lot. So it's wonderful if you can buy spices from Azure because you'll really get a big bargain for your dollar. Next up is frozen fruits. We often like to go ahead with the blueberries, and I'll show you next the mangoes. Of course, these are high in antioxidants and they really last a long time in the freezer. You can add this to smoothies over oatmeal. You can use it in your baking as well. So it's really a nice option. And if you wanted to go ahead and spend a little bit more upfront, they even have it in the 30-pound size. And these are the mangoes that are also in a 30-pound size. Of course, if you're growing your own things and you have fruit trees and you can get your own fresh fruits, then of course that would be best. But this is second best for us. We also buy the garlic bulbs themselves as well, and we use them to plant even more garlic by separating the bulbs apart and going ahead and planting within our garden. Next up is onions. These onions are really great as well. They are always in very good condition and they last a good while in the fridge. And they really help to lift the meal that you're making as well. We also get Dandy Blend, which is a coffee substitute. It's made from the flower dandelions. It really does have the taste of coffee. So if you are someone that tends to drink coffee a lot, this is a great substitute for you because you don't have to worry about the caffeine that we often consume in high amounts, especially when we like to drink coffee. And it is very healthy for you. It is high in minerals, and some even say it can detoxify organs such as the liver. So this is something that we always have on hand, and I make sure that I get the organic brand. You can get it in multiple sizes as well, in the single pack or in the big box of 12. Next up is the cheese. We tried to get the raw cheese. Of course, if it's organic, that would be great. Of course, if you can get from grass-fed cows, that is also a plus. This one freezes well, and it is really a tasty option that you can also add to multiple dishes, over pasta, over eggs, as a snack with fruits and grapes. We often enjoy in this way. And this comes in single pieces of 8 to 9 ounces, as you can see here, but it also comes in a 5-pound box of those individual single pieces. So this one is actually a nice find because you don't have to cut a big 5-pound block if you don't want and then have to seal. It's already sealed up and individually wrapped, so you can just take out the portions that you need and freeze the rest. Next up are sweet potatoes. These are very delicious, and we also use to plant more in the garden. I have a video out on the sweet potatoes that we planted and the harvest, and the question of whether using slips or whole potatoes are better or not. So go ahead and check that out if you'd like to see the outcomes on that. But these sweet potatoes are also very healthy for you and delicious. We like to go ahead and get the Bob's Red Mill Flaxseed Meal. These are also high in essential fatty acids and minerals, and these do not impart a distasteful flavor on the food that you place them on. You really don't taste much at all. So it's easy to put over things like your cereals. You can do it in muffins and so forth. It's really a nice way to slide in increased nutrition in your family's diet, especially in children if you can. It's also great over yogurt and in granola. If you haven't ordered seeds for yourself and your garden, Azure Market really has a nice selection. This one is nice because it's a seed bank that can give you a variety of seeds. As you can see here, the level 3 kit includes quite a few, from black beans to beets, cantaloupes, peas, pumpkins, Swiss chard, and watermelons, and more. So this one is really a good find if you need to stock up on garden seeds. Dried fruit is always something that's nice to have on hand because it stores well, and of course the fruits contain their own antioxidants and helps for the body that we all need. The only trouble is sometimes it can be very expensive depending on what you're ordering. We do like the cranberries. They're a little bit on the higher end of price, but still nice to have. So what I do is I will combine a 5-pound bag of cranberries, and then I will go ahead and add another portion of dried fruits, which are the raisins. We like the Thompson Select organic oiled raisins, and these are a little more cost effective, so you can go ahead and order the larger quantity. This is the 30-pound, and then you can combine them so that you can stretch the cranberries and the raisins out for longer periods of time. Of course, the cranberries are high in antioxidants and the raisins are high in iron, so that's another easy way to get these nutrients in your family's diet. We do like the Azure Market organic chocolate chips. We like the dark fair trade. These are not heavily sweet and it's low in sodium, which I also always look at when purchasing food items, so that you can tailor the amounts of sugars and salt that you particularly want. And of course, this is a multi-use item because it can go in and over so many different dishes. The Strauss Family Creamery yogurt is also very good and cost effective when you buy it in the 6-pack. It really has kind of a tangy taste to it, which you don't often find in other yogurts. And a plus is the sodium level is also on the lower end. Many other times you'll find yogurts and other dairy items may have high sodium in it. So it's good if you can find the ones that have the lower end of sodium, especially if you're concerned about blood pressure or needing to have better sodium control. This is also a good option. And it stores well in the fridge. We really enjoy getting the If You Care products. We like the Parchment baking sheets, and we go ahead and order the Parchment muffin cups. These help us a lot in the everyday baking. that we do, and it's really cost effective if you'd like to buy 24 count of muffin cups. And for the baking sheets, they also have the pack of 12 at a cost-effective price. We really do enjoy the Azure Market organic honey, especially the orange blossom. Now this one also, if you want it to be very cost-effective, instead of buying the 3-pound glass jar, you can go ahead and increase the size to the 12-pound, which is what we normally get. Or if you have room to store it, you can go ahead and get the 60-pound size. But we find it to be easier to manage for the moment with the 12-pound, and we may just go ahead and get 2 or 3 per order so that we have enough. Honey is rich in anti-inflammatory and in immune-fighting agents that we all need. So it is wonderful to have this on hand, and of course, for storage reasons, honey lasts on and on and on, so you can have it stored away if in the proper environment for just prolonged periods of time, even some say without limit. So it is always a great option to have this in your pantry. We also like to buy the Rumiano organic butter, unsalted again, so that we can tailor the amount of salt in the meal. This one really also freezes well, and it's cost effective to get either the pack of 10, or if you want to pay a little bit more upfront, it even comes in the 30 pack. Next, we have the Azure Market Organics olive oil. This is a great bargain, as many of us have looked in the stores and bought ourselves even smaller amounts of organic olive oil and saw that the price was so high that sometimes we may have even left it there in the store. This one from Azure comes in many sizes, and you can even buy 1 gallon for around $47, which is a great deal. It is very good quality olive oil, and it stores very well as well once you have it in the proper conditions. Next up is the Azure Market rolled organic oats. These, of course, are wonderful to have because they are high in fiber and it's filling. It is an easy breakfast to make. Just a hot bowl of oatmeal, which you can add so many things to, such as the sunflower seeds, the cranberries, raisins, yogurt, and honey. The sky is the limit, even some fresh fruit if you have it. Next up is the Azure Market Organic Soft White Wheat Berries. So this is a wonderful option to have so that you can store and be able to have the ability to make your own flour if you have a grain mill. They have multiple types and sizes of wheat berries, so really the sky's the limit if wanting to store and maintain your own supply of wheat berries. It is also very high in nutrients if you mill your own wheat berries because it hasn't been processed, the germ hasn't been separated, and you have all the nutrients still left that you need in your body. And last but not least is the pack of flour. The 50-pound bag is really cost effective and it really stores well too. And one tip with the flour and really any grains and things that you may buy, unfortunately you may have little bugs and things of that nature. So in order to counteract that, if you can, go ahead and put it in your deep freezer for at least 3 days so that you can deal with and take away any little critters that may be in there that you don't want to deal with. But this is a very good brand for us. The baked goods that we use from it taste great and we really enjoyed it. Alright, I hope you have gotten some insight and some inspiration for the different things that you can buy through Azure. If you haven't shopped with Azure, please do consider them. They are a family-owned operation with, as you can see, multiple wonderful things to keep your family healthy and to shop at a cost-effective level. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and drop your comments below. And as always, stay well and all the best. I'll see you soon.